gentlemen, my name is Eli Kahn, and I'll be presenting 3D printing to you all. Another name for this is additive manufacturing. That is adding to something to manufacture something. So you are building on things to create things. That is a picture of a hand, as you can see, not quite finished, but if we left it, it would finish. These are two examples of measuring cups. The left is your standard measuring cup you could buy at a store, and the right ones are 3D printed measuring cups. They are made of the same material, though, plastic, same type of plastic, and they serve the same function, just one you can make at your house and the other you have to go out and buy. So, from 3dprintingindustries.com, which is a popular 3D printing website that is dedicated to it, the 3D printing industry came out of the 90s whenever someone patented the first 3D printer and formed a company out of it. Several more patents came out, more companies were developed, and into the 90s, many of these companies came out. Only 3 of them survived, but from that, 3D printing was born. 3D printing eventually advanced to the point where it was as good a manufacturing technique as many others. It was a tool that manufacturers could now use to do any sort of things. Once it became advanced enough, people were able to downgrade it, and the abilities of them went up and the prices went down to the point where they could be commercialized. 2007, the first $10,000 3D printer came out that could be bought by the public. And today you can buy a 3D printer like that $200 one on the right. So the price has gone way down. Right here, behind me, is a $350 one that I bought. How they work, based on a How It's Made video by the Science Channel, 3D printers work by taking a CAD design, which is computer-aided design, which is a 3D picture on the computer, and sending it to a 3D printer like this one. The file goes to the 3D printer's brain, and it starts taking plastic out of a spool that's in the base here, and it starts feeding it to a heated nozzle, as you can see up there. That nozzle melts the plastic gets spit out of the nozzle, and it gets deposited on a plate like this, or as you can see up there. That plastic hardens half a second after being deposited, and after one layer is finished, it rises slightly, the nozzle, and it starts a second layer. The final products, as you all saw, have little horizontal lines across them. This is each successive layer that the printer used to build these objects. It's not just plastic that you can use, though. These can be made out of any sort of material. Some of the more advanced printers make them out of metals such as aluminum and titanium and steel, which can make propellers like that can be used on actual ships. Based on research from a journal article written by Renee Wyatt, the current state of the 3D printing industry as of 2015 is valued at $5.1 billion and was growing at a rate of 26%, so it's a growing industry. Some application for this has been shown on futuristic things like having a car 3D printed. You download a car and you print a car. That's pretty cool to me. So this was shown at a car convention in 2013, and it demonstrates the possibilities for this technology. Based on a TED Talk blog, which took information from multiple TED Talks and put it into one blog, some of the amazing things that could come out of 3D printing in the future include spaceships. 3D printing a spaceship takes half the time, half the cost. NASA's working on it right now. Housing, same thing. China's working on it to house their population. Some biological things that you can use it for. You can make food. If you have the material, you can make any food you want. You don't need a chef. You can just make it if you have the raw materials. And a lot of really important things that you can make are biological. Jawbones, skulls. People have skull deformations. They can chop the part off that's bad and put a new one on. Some other things include kidneys. We've grown kidneys for people. They took the cells from a person, put it into a 3D printer, and printed a kidney for them, which they gave to them. We've printed ears. some things we're working on, our hearts, lungs, other organs, if they succeed in that, it will end the crisis over not having enough organs for people. So whenever you see 3D printing in the future in the newspapers, remember this speech and remember all the possibilities that have yet to come.